Today's episode of the Cruise News Show is brought to you by Skillshare. Yikes, it has been a year since I've been on a cruise. It's probably been a year or more for most people at this point since they've been on a cruise. And what have we been doing with ourselves? Well, for the last year, we've just been dealing with what we've had to deal with. And so I thought it might be fun today on a Friday. Let's not look at the past. Let's not look at what's going on right now. Let's look at the future. The future. I believe we are closer to cruising now than we are away from when we cruised the last time. So I think today is a good day to talk about 10 things I gotta do once I get back on a cruise ship. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Cruise News Show. I'm your host Tony, here with a special Let's Remember What That Cruise Life is All About episode. 10 things I gotta do once I get back on a cruise ship. Number one, the thing I probably fantasize the most with is just being out on the sea with my lady. I love cruising, and I love cruising with my wife because it scratches so many itches. We got diverse interests, but what's cool on the cruise ship is it seems like there's enough that both of us like to do that we're happy. We're happy throughout the day, and then the times that we come together, we're even happier. I love the cruise ship because for however long that cruise is, every night is a date night. Knock around, do something fun during the day with my girl, and then get cleaned up and take that lady to a sit-down restaurant experience. Maybe even get her to go to a show and hang out, go to the casino, walk around on the deck, be lovey-dovey. I miss it. I mean, I'm here every day with my wife and you know, that's all good, but you know how it is when you're at home. Sometimes you need that spark that only being on a cruise ship or being on vacation brings, and it's been a while. We're ready. We're ready to go out and have date night on the sea. Number two, live entertainment. I've been sitting in this house for a year just staring at a screen. All the music I hear is pre-recorded. I haven't done anything fun. I haven't seen people who are honing their crafts to be great musicians, great singers, dancers, great circus act performers. I only see it when it's been recorded, and there's something magic about seeing it live. There's something about it when there's something on the line. Are you gonna hit that note? Are you gonna hit your mark on the stage? Pull off that difficult trick on the high wire? There is something magical about live entertainment. People doing it, getting it done right there for your enjoyment. Live entertainment, even if it's just a trio of violinists there in the atrium, there's something about it. Number three, believe it or not, I'm a bit of a ham. I like to go to karaoke. There's no karaoke for the last year for me. I like going on the cruise ship, and I like to sing my favorite tunes. And secretly, I like to sing to my wife because she likes that. That goes back to number one. There's magic on the cruise ship. Karaoke, a big part of that. And karaoke, a great way to meet people with common interests. That's one of those deals when you perform on karaoke that a stranger may recognize you on another part of the ship. Hey, I really like the way you sang that song. It's part of that cruise life for me, and it's something I miss quite a bit. Number four on the list, I alluded to it. I like eating in the main dining room and in specialty restaurants. I enjoy that aspect of the cruise life where you can go and you don't have to get that dressed up, but you can change out of your knock-around clothes, out of your shorts and t-shirts, put on a nice pair of slacks and a button-down shirt, and then go to the MDR and have food in a dimly lit room and have people bring it to you and have that full service experience. And then if you want to spend a little coin, you can even elevate that, go to a specialty dining restaurant. Sure, it takes time. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but give me a table full of family and friends chatting it up, waiting for the next course to come. It's pretty special. Number five on my list, I want to take interesting pictures. I love cruise ships just because they are so foreign to any other type of transportation I'm used to, any other lodging that I'm used to. When you're on a ship, you know you're on a ship. It's steel, but it's also decorated, and it's the sea, and there's a lot of cool stuff to look at. I went through some of the pictures I took on the Carnival Fantasy. Here's three that I just pulled out. Two that I think are pretty good pictures, and one that's not so good. The first one almost looks Photoshopped. It's a picture of a lifeboat with the whale tail coming out of it. Whale tail, very synonymous with Carnival Cruise Lines. I found just the right angle, so it looks like the whale tail is coming out of the lifeboat. I thought that was cool. This is a picture of boats at sunset leaving Key West. It's a cool picture. It's one of my favorite memories, leaving Key West and the way that the sun was setting. And this is the very first picture of Jenny and I in front of our very first cruise ship. This picture's not good, but it is the lasting memory of the first time Jenny and I were in front of a cruise ship. And this picture prompts me to tell you about the sponsor of today's show, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative people, for lifelong learners, for just the curious, from photography to videography to entrepreneurship, productivity, lifestyle. So many classes for so many curious learners. And I just took this class by Del McManus. Del McManus is an accomplished photographer, a creator on YouTube, and this class, iPhone photography, how to take pro photos on your iPhone. It was a great class. I focus a lot on taking video, so my photography game is not that great, but I tell you what, the one camera I always have is my smartphone camera. And the cool thing about this class, it's only 51 minutes long, but it's broken down into multiple lessons that I think the longest one was only 3 minutes. Del went through the process of how to get your phone set up, went through things like shot composition, and then even goes into the editing process. So in just 51 minutes, you can go from zero to hero when it comes to using your iPhone. There's also classes out there for Android photography. What I really like about Skillshare is there's a lot of learning out there, certainly, but Skillshare, you get into it, there's no ads. So sometimes I'm trying to learn something on the internet, right when you get to the critical moment, boom, an ad pops up and then you kind of get out of the moment. Not with Skillshare, there's no ads. It's super inexpensive, only about $10 a month for annual subscribers. It really is a cool learning environment. Like I said, it's an online community, so you're not just learning on your own. They even have real-time live classes where you can interact with other learners, other creatives, and every class has a project section, so you're challenged at the end of the class to do something with the skills that you learn, not just to take it in and not do anything with it. And for many people like me, the doing it is when it really clicks. Now, what I really dig is when sponsors have something that I can give to you, and Skillshare has us covered. The first 1,000 of our subscribers to click the link in the description below, you get a free trial to the premium membership of Skillshare so that you can explore your creativity. Only 1,000 spots, but you get access to all the classes. You can start learning today. Make sure you check out the link in the description below. Number 6 on my list, oddly enough, I am looking forward to the muster drill. I've said it time and time again, the 3 biggest pain points of cruising, the cruise experience to me, is embarkation, the muster drill, and debarkation. Well, I'm excited because I think one of those pain points are becoming a lot less painful. It is becoming apparent that as cruising resumes, there will be a new muster process in place, one that doesn't involve standing on the deck with a bunch of other people for an hour at a time in the hot sun waiting to get through the muster process. I'm super excited to get back on a cruise ship for the streamlined muster process. I know it sounds crazy. I do want to see it, and I want to lay to rest the angst that came with the old muster drill process. Number 7 on my list is afternoons on the balcony. It's no secret we started out as interior cabin cruisers with the idea if we stick to interior cabins, we can do more cruises, and then somehow along the way, we got exposed to the balcony. And it's hard to go back. Let me tell you what, there's nothing better than having a good busy morning around the cruise ship, come back to the room, kind of maybe with a nap in mind. But before you do that, go out on your balcony and just watch the sea go by, the wind, just the whole balcony life. It's quiet. There's a solitude to it. Even on a port day, just sitting out on your balcony, watching what's going on in the port. I can't wait for that. I miss it. I miss it a lot. Balcony time, give it to me. Number 8 on my list is I'm ready to see new places. One of the last cruises I was able to take, I went to Asia and I saw a whole bunch of new places. Normally I'm all about the ship. I just want to get on a cruise ship, live that cruise life on the cruise ship. I don't really care where we're going. I'm not that interested in the ports. The trip to Asia changed me. I am more attuned now to places that I want to go to, places that I've never seen. I've got a new bucket list. I want to go to the Adriatic Sea. I want to go cruise the British Isles. I want to go to Canada and the Panama Canal in a way that I didn't prior to this lockdown. I really have this sense of travel that I've never had in my life, and maybe it's because it's restricted. But yes, the thing I'm looking forward to when cruising resumes is exploring all the places I have yet to explore. I'll still be heading down to the Caribbean from time to time, but I tell you what, if I have anything to say about it, I'm going to be going to places that I've never gone before, and I cannot wait. Number 9, I'm ready for a fun game of craps in the casino. What's interesting about craps on a cruise ship is it's a small community inside the cruise community. I would say on most cruises, there's probably 20 or less dedicated craps players. Now, there's people that dabble, people that come up, try to understand the game, but I would say people that are like looking for a craps game, I think it's very limited. And what that does is it produces a camaraderie on the cruise ship where you're going to play craps night after night with the same people all week on the cruise. Some people like to meet up at the bar and meet strangers. Some people strike up a conversation on the pool deck. Well, for me, where I tend to meet new people, where I tend to interact the best with strangers, is on the craps table. It's something I miss. Throwing hot dice, looking over my shoulder, seeing my lady play a slot machine, testing the fates. It's part of that cruise life for us. I can't wait to get back to it. And number 10 on my list, hanging out with friends who love cruising. In life, I'm typically a shy guy. I'm slow to make friends, but what's happened through all of our adventures with cruising, from connecting with you guys through these videos, I got a whole bunch of friends. That's what I'm saying. Been on several group cruises now where I've made friends that I know anytime I see them, it's going to be like no time has passed. And we all have big plans to meet up on cruise ships and see each other in those kind of environments. A group of people that will talk about cruising without giving you the stink eye, like your relatives might. You know what I'm talking about. Those are 10 things I can't wait to do when cruising resumes. The question for the comments is easy. What's the one thing you most wish to do on a cruise ship once cruising resumes? Leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching the show today. Love to invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to stay up to date with all that's going on in cruising. My name's Tony for Lido Loca. Show your support, hit the like button, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.